Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Robb Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Happy Monday.
Hello.
Oh, that was underwhelming.
Well, he's salty.
Crispy?
Still, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
you can't really not be when you put so much of your own excitement and childlike enthusiasm into people that end up really sitting on your face and farting in it.
No, I don't even think that in itself. I think you should feel embarrassed, not mortified.
That in itself.
Embarrassed.
Did you switch tracks with your sentence that you were planning?
No,
What
that in
happened?
itself, it can seem like, for some, like fun. I'm talking about...
Well, no,
I mean,
look
it
at
is a
more.
category,
Yeah,
right?
that's a different
hold on,
world.
hold on. I look at it more as the treatment of the entity towards the people that care about them.
You feel disrespected.
You should feel disrespected, embarrassed, let down.
Yeah.
What do they say in
not farted
Birdcage?
upon.
Bewildered, betrayed, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Betrayed, hoodwinked. That would be another word for it.
Look,
Well, I
how
don't know
about
that you
them
were
Cowboys? They looked like, a team possessed.
But was it
Against
really
the
Cowboys?
Giants, they did.
Yeah.
We will have to see how they look against other teams.
Was it the Cowboys playing so good, or the Giants
I
playing?
think the Giants.
We have to wait to find that out.
Yeah, the Giants started playing well, and then they stopped playing, and the Cowboys kept playing, and then they beat them 40-0.
It was really now look
40-0, Rob. That's a bad score in
Oh,
football.
I understand that. You know what that is, Oscar? That's 40 unanswered points.
Oscar, I have over the years in my various broadcast entities brought my suffering into the light, and I think there are many people that get joy out of it, so I have no problem doing it. And for me personally, there are different degrees of let it go where it happens, and sometimes it really bums you out for a good long piece of time, and then other times, you expect it, so it's no big deal. This has changed. The dynamic has changed because of my son, who is now on board, and I am racked with guilt that I brought him into this loser world, this world where hope springs eternal, and then the hope is taken by a bunch of overpaid pituitary cases that just poop on everybody. And I'm a believer, and this is after succumbing to the absolute stunningly overactive hype machine that was coverage of your New York Giants. And then, at the particular time. Now, with that said, everybody going into Sunday Night Football, going into Sunday Night Football, realistic, very, 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 very aware of the prowess of the Dallas Cowboys, and very aware of the fact that if the Giants managed to win, it would be an upset, and it would be a pleasant surprise. But what was unknown by the fans of the New York Giants was that what is that smirk for? What is that for?
I'm just listening.
It's so funny because he's right. I can't even poke any holes in Mike's argument right now.
No.
Well, yeah, maybe if I keep going.
The hype machine was the
hype machine was off the charts. They anointed the general manager as the second coming. They anointed the coach who did. And by the way, the press bought into it. They gave him Coach of the Year honors last year. And then they said this was the right thing to do. The scared Giants faithful said, oh, you're going to pay him all that money, even though he hasn't really done dickily-wickily for his career. Still pay him a gazillion dollars. And then, so you at least, at the minimum, the most responsible New York Giants fan, the most pessimistic New York Giants fan, at least went into the game thinking they will manage to be slightly competitive, and with the bounce of the ball, they will, perhaps have something go their way.
Are you the most pessimistic Giants fan, though?
No. Absolutely not. No.
But this has changed. I mean, maybe you're more pessimistic today than you were, say, 24 hours ago.
You think? What a brilliant observation. Captain Obvious has struck again. Yes, you think the entire nation of Giants fans is pooping today because we are so disappointed with that. And it is, and then the worst of all.
Mm-hmm.
I work with adults who are used to my rants and my raves and really have developed a Teflon ability to not even let it sidetrack them.
Mm-hmm.
My 10-year-old son, however, has not developed that. I do not routinely lambast my 10-year-old son. However, when my son is in the room, I spare no punches on the New York Giants. Yeah. I am a classic New York Giants fan. And by the way, that's not exclusively to the New York Giants. That's not exclusive to the New York Giants. It is exclusive to many different fan bases that have a legacy of losing. In the Giants' case, they have one, but they have also had horrible, horrible losing Jags. So when I just spew my negativity at the magic box, saying, that's it, not a chance, not a chance. And then I look over and Carla gives me the looky look and I see tears. I am devastated with not only upset at my team, but upset with my own behavior because I have to modify that now. Because there's a little guy, and by the way, after last night, after that trauma, this is his first game where he really was into it. Mm-hmm. Thanks so much.
Did you strike him?
What?
I don't think he struck him.
No, I'm talking about that I was yelling at the team on the TV, not him.
Oh.
What do you mean strike
What's the matter with you?
Well, just
What's wrong with you?
I could just see you there on your easy chair with like your, third can of whatever you're drinking, whatever hard seltzer you're drinking.
Wrong.
And then
that is wrong.
And then what were you drinking?
Nothing. Maybe a liquid IV.
Okay, fine. Liquid IV. And then you throw your liquid IV.
No, I didn't
Yeti
throw anything.
And by accident strike your son.
I didn't know.
Because you're so frustrated at the game.
No, I didn't throw anything. By the way, a game like that.
Hit the wife too.
A game like.
I mean, accidents happen.
You're making it worse.
What?
I didn't think that was possible.
Why was he weeping?
Because he was so sad that the Giants sucked. Because
was it the Giants or your reaction to the Giants that made him sad?
A bit of both, I'm sure. But the Giants managed to lose that football game after 1 quarter of football.
Yeah.
It was all over after a quarter and a half. That's how bad and unprepared and pissy lousy they were. And for anybody that looks forward, and I put the post up. You read my post,
yes,
I hope.
Yeah, you said, now I know.
It's liberating. It is.
Halftime 26-0.
Yeah. And then it was...
I was going to call you.
Oh, that would have not been good.
I didn't want to cry either.
No. See, what happened when you go into the half...
I am not that much of a monster.
When you go into the half down by 26, you need to make adjustments. And they didn't excel in the second half either, I guess.
What give you the... Hey, Dr. Robb? Doctor, I don't like sports obvious.
Mike,
what gave you that impression, Robb?
Two B's in obvious. I'm just following along your story.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're doing a very, very poor job.
You're sour and you're bitter, and
I'm
that's
sour
okay.
because you don't care and you don't know. And
then
of course,
he's sweet.
You're stating obvious things like someone
Just
who doesn't
like
give a
Sour Patch
rat's
Kids.
ass, which is the truth, and you know it's the truth, and that's fine. That's fine. But I mean, did they make adjustment? It was 40-0.
This I know.
May I clarify a couple things?
Yes.
One, Mike doesn't hit his son.
No.
Thank you.
You didn't. You didn't, right?
That
he doesn't hit anybody.
And then that's one. And then two was
that is really. Do you? I'll just stop.
Yes.
You've been in this house within the last 6 months.
Yeah.
You see the way.
What's the matter?
I hear a recorder. He's home. I hear a recorder.
The flute kind of recorder, not like a tape recorder. Three Blind Mice.
Michael!
Or that could be Hot Cross Buns.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it might be Three Blind Mice.
That's funny.
No, Oscar loves...
Right when you were talking about me hitting my thought, I hear that.
Oscar loves the notion of finding out when people hit each other. He called me and Carrie once after a
I
drinking
said, are you guys striking each other?
Yeah.
Want to put your headphones on?
He said, you don't hit Carrie, right?
I got to come down nice and low.
So
say hi to the guys.
Bad. Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Hi.
That is a good-looking shirt,
Yeah, look at him.
Were you playing your recorder?
Yeah.
I heard you want to hold your own microphone? Thank you.
Can we take
ahead.
over the interview so you don't lead the witness?
Oh,
go
boy.
ahead.
Last night.
Last
when
evening,
the Giants lost to the...
All right, stop talking about that.
Way to control. Guess who's controlling the interview now? Huh?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how sad was your dad? 10 being the worst.
10 being the saddest, yes.
I mean, he was screaming at the O-line, but I'd say like a solid 9. Like a 9.
Yeah. You're a talented mimic just like your father.
9.
Can you
9.
do an imitation of the level of the scream that your dad was doing?
Yes.
Because, I mean, yelling is one thing.
He likes this. Look at his eyes light up with this.
Screaming is a different thing. So what I want is you to ape the way your father was performing last night. Yeah.
Andrew Thomas is a complete drive killer. A complete drive killer. Oh, my God. I swear. When John Michael Schmidt snapped the ball. I mean, Micah Parsons, our home line can't do anything. Nothing. Evan Neal is terrible. And I thought Dexter Lawrence was good. I saw Micah Parsons.
Wow. I was really just looking for tone, but what I got was content.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. You've done your job. Get out of here. Go
Back
play
to the recorder.
What's that? Yeah, you can have that one. Bring me the other one. All right, then I'll give you the other one. All right.
That was so perfect. That was not rehearsed.
No.
That's the way it was.
Perfect.
I love it.
That's the way. And by the way, on the heels of his team, the 10 and under Pop Warner team, with the big first win.
Oh,
first
excellent!
Win.
Yeah. Woo!
Defensive struggle, 6-0 with the boy himself. Thank you for my
there
good
we go.
wins.
Big win.
And how was homecoming?
Thank you. Homecoming was it awesome, Michael? Yes, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Homecoming was great.
Micah Parsons.
What? Can you snap the ball?
It was a great football. I told you when I wrote down my show prep, I said it was a great football weekend, the good and the very, very, very bad. The good was everything around his little 10-year-old butt being out there and, really stopping this other team. And it was a defensive struggle that we came out on top. It was rock and roll. It was a great time. It's so much fun. It's so, so, so much fun to watch those little men do this. I'm enjoying every minute of it. And then, leading up to it, I put a lot into it, but not so much that I was expecting anything. I really wasn't, but I certainly wasn't expecting disaster. And for fans of people like the Cincinnati Bengals and other teams, even like Kansas City Chiefs fans who got, thumped by the Detroit Lions, you got to realize it's, the disappointment is usually involves a surprise when you think your team's going to do better. So that's it. And now it's onward and upward, and we shall see where everything ends.
Can I briefly get, and I'm sorry, I don't see the clock because.
That's okay. You got plenty of time.
A proprietor of the clock.
I got
14 minutes in. All right, we have time.
Yes.
Thank God.
He checked the therm Mike.
YouTube TV and the Sunday Ticket. What say you? Are you all in, or did you go back to DirecTV?
I can't go back to DirecTV. I canceled.
Okay,
DirecTV.
you're out.
Saw a lot of people online talking about the YouTube
Sunday
experience
on YouTube TV. Mm-hmm. What did you think, Mike?
Positive, negative? I don't know. I was fine with it.
100% positive.
Yeah,
everyone
all positive.
loves it.
Oh, I loved it. It was fun.
Did you see the 4-box?
I saw every kind of box you could have. I have the red zone. I got everything.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Did you ever
great.
watch your 4 games at once and decide?
I did.
All right. Love it.
I did. Yeah. And they have 2 games going at one time, too, which you can do that.
Yeah.
You can narrow that down. I was not really focused on anything because my team wasn't playing until the evening.
Yeah. Right.
And, I took my son out for a little golf outing with his football coach and his son, and we played 9 holes of golf. The whole day, I sound like Bill O'Reilly. The whole day was, was kind of just lingering, and it was all things considered, except for the real depression of last night.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I said, hey, at least you won, and I put him to bed. And then I crawled into bed, and because I have YouTube TV.
You're watching it on your phone.
I took my little computer in, put it on my hairy little belly, and then I put it on with headphones on, and just suffered in total silence.
Mike, and it's okay when the Giants lose because if you read anything on Facebook yesterday from around here, the Commanders will win the Super Bowl this year.
Hey, I watched
Commanders
that game.
Looked fine. They look good.
Solid game.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun to watch.
Solid game.
And you know what? Don't feel bad for rooting for them now.
No,
you're right.
Because you got Sonny up there.
Yeah.
How about Sonny fusing onto the owner again? Does Sonny ever not do that? Does Sonny ever not
fusing is the right word.
Find the teat of the latest head honcho
I
immediately?
don't know if I want to come to the game if the flying commercial's a little tough.
Right, exactly. Well, if you can fly me up from Naples, I'd like to go. And then
put on my custom jacket and
it was
sit
great.
in the owner's box.
There I am with my Hall of Fame jacket on, and all I saw was like the new owner of the Commanders and teeth. Just giant choppers from Sonny Jurgensen.
I could not wait to send that picture to you guys.
Hall of Fame quarterback.
So great.
It was so. Look, everybody was excited.
Hopeful.
It's still exciting. I'm still not giving up. I'm still going to watch next week.
Shannon and I watched the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
It was different energy.
It was.
It was fun. It was fun, and you know what? It's look, it's what it is, and it's why we all get excited. And the hype machine is in full, super hype mode, and that's fine. And then it ended with crushing disappointment for me.
We had
one of the worst losses in franchise history. Way to get ready for the season, guy. Way to come to play.
The statistics actually league wide were astounding. That what they put
as far as the
how about your Dolphins? Your Miami Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins played well.
Yes.
I always nudge my son. I said, look, if our guys aren't in it, we can always kind of go across 90 minutes, 2 hours across the
options.
alley,
We have options.
And they're a fun team. They're an exciting team. They're a
Yes.
dynamic team. They have people that can block,
Oh, they're playing that style of football?
I wonder. No, I'm not going to get into the
they couldn't even
minutia.
get a field goal off.
I'm not going to even get into the minutia of it.
Yeah.
I'm not. The hugely touted draft pick who worked with 50 different people in the offseason, Evan Neal, who for the entire game after every play was standing, looking around like he didn't know where he was. Yeah, worth it. Pay him. Pay that man his money. God. I mean, look, they're all big, right?
Yes.
They're all big men. It's stunning to me how certain big men can be so much bigger, stronger, faster, smarter than other big men. It amazes me. And that's what I have to say about the Dallas Cowboys. You know how many people in this country don't have anything to do with Dallas or Texas or any connective tissue whatsoever, but I like the Cowboys. They're more dickheads that are fans of the Dallas Cowboys nationwide
I think so.
than anywhere.
Mike, they're America's team. They're America's team.
Oh, my ass they are.
Come on.
You know what they are?
What?
Their daddy's kid couldn't handle losing's team.
Ah.
That's what it was. My local team, we're from Cleveland. So, Johnny, you can now root for the Dallas Cowboys because I want to build that character in you where you never lose and you never have to deal with adversity. So, how about that Cowboys?
Well, he's a good guy. I mean, you don't have to like the team.
That's why do you think? Because they're all over the place. They're all over the country.
Like Yankees fans.
Yes, same thing.
Yeah.
Same exact thing. We like the team that wins. Anybody can do that. If you think that that's fun, you got another thing coming. You will never savor the sweet taste of a team that has sucked for decades winning it all. And I've had that. And you haven't. And that's what I got. And I'm all for it. And by the way, I've had it with the Giants, too. Twice. I've had it with the Giants. And that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Do you still have your Giants sweater? That was a cool sweater.
You mean the Giants sweater or the Giants
Not even
T-shirt?
No, it was a sweater. It was like a knit sweater. And I was like, man.
Don't you remember the one that the fans made
from
for
2
you?
Super Bowls ago.
Maybe I don't.
It would be too big on him. It would be ridiculously big on him.
All I know, my dad wore one, the first victory, 86, I think it was, maybe, something like that, right after I started working on radio in Washington. That's what it was. And it's a team of memory, and that's fun. It's funny, my best friend from high school and elementary school, my childhood best friend, Joey, right before the game.
Joey Pasker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I didn't. My phone's charging in the other room. But it was something along the lines of Big Blue. I'm like, yeah. Well, and I think the last time we had communicated via text, we had said to each other, hey, we'll reach out during football. And he did. And he said, ready for the game? I said, Big Blue. And stuff like goes, it's like that. We text. Then it was, I can't believe it. I wrote, O-line sucks. Joey writes, always. And then I think my last text was, I'm turning in.
Yeah.
That was it.
I'm gonna show them.
That's what they did. That's what they. No, it's not that we.
Settle.
It's not that we would show them.
So look, imagine that happening, and you're sad at home, and poor Michael hates that your team, your fam's team's losing. I can see someone getting upset.
He let down.
So
he said,
happy today though that he busted my balls on that.
That's so great.
Yeah. That makes me so
full circle.
That feels so much better. That makes my day.
Yeah, it cleanses your
makes
palate.
my day.
Good,
absolutely.
So he did it. By the way, that's the social. Just if anybody's questioning.
Oh, of course.
So we had the full ESPN team here, and
you did. You worked all day Sunday, right?
They scored the same amount of points as the Giants,
and
you didn't need to kick me.
And they were coming in for
it was just a lighthearted
So the show
jive.
was being taped at halftime,
right,
and then streamed. So for by the way, the Dominique Foxworth show. Feel free to subscribe on YouTube all day.
Please do. Please do.
And I was like, you guys got your notes? Because they're coming in. Thank God. He goes, thank God for the rest of the day. Because they're
they had to fill halftime
as far as
with
programming
that game?
is concerned, the Cowboys and Giants are what you want to talk about. They're the two
so
largest.
You're talking about halftime of the
last night's game.
Oh, last night's
We're here.
Game. Oh,
we're here all day watching the games.
Padaroo.
Yeah, and I was like, I hope you guys have your talking points.
Am I the only one?
Walking in, they did.
Oh, they did. Didn't Chris Collinsworth have his talking?
Well, a different show, yes, but I get it. Yes.
McDouchelan.
A lot of anger towards him.
Chris Collinsworth is part of the NBC family. Let me tell you.
Could he possibly have managed to not keep it in his stork pants? Giddy. Giant hater Chris Collinsworth. Absolutely no sweat for him. Normal broadcaster would be in that game thinking, okay, boys, nope, I can go on effusively for 3 quarters and talk about how great the Dallas Cowboys are.
Is there anyone who likes him?
No, nobody
does. I didn't think so.
Nobody likes that guy.
That's what we've been told.
It goes.
Yes.
So the guys.
That's the skinny Oscar.
The guys get in, and they do a great job because look, it was week 1 of the NFL season, so you got a lot of storylines to cover.
Sure.
But all I could think about was you, because I wanted to send you a bunch of behind the scenes, because I think you're into that, like how things are produced.
I am. I like that.
And every time I took a picture, and I was this is like I felt like I was drunk and 25, and I was writing on ex-girlfriend that I knew like I couldn't text, just like don't text her, don't text her, don't text her,
don't do it.
So I'd every time, thank God I was sober, I wouldn't send you the picture because I thought the set looked cool and you would enjoy it.
Right.
Because they were getting their ass handed to them, and I'm like, he's just gonna be mad.
No, the photos might have
I know
helped.
exactly what I would have sent back to him.
Yeah.
What?
Happy for you. That's what I would have. That's what I would have put down.
I guess you're right.
Swear to God, I would have written that.
Yes.
But that would be
Happy
better
for you.
than getting
Yes.
a call from him, wouldn't it?
Yes.
The worst was Carla at halftime when she gets up and she get, you okay there, Rob?
Yeah, I'm great.
It's okay. Carla leans over to me and goes, well, I'm turning in. And then she just leaves and she just walks out. Michael's gone to bed. I'm sitting there wallowing in it. And that's when I took my computer out of the bedroom and stayed up. But oddly enough, blissfully went to sleep and got a great night's sleep.
Did you stay till the absolute end of the game?
Yeah. Yeah, I was surfing YouTube.
Okay.
That's another nice
you just
thing
had it
about
on behind a browser.
I just had it
like,
on checking in.
Sure.
It's like, 2 YouTube videos back. Oh, still sucking. 2 YouTubes. Any scoring it up? No, not possible, Oh,
Still
longest completion of the night. Then a fumble.
Yeah.
Recovered by the, good job.
No, maybe
Good
we'll
job.
get 3 points. Oh, no, they blocked it.
Yeah, they
And then
blocked
they
it.
ran
It's just terrible. Just absolutely the worst. No, nobody expected that. Did we
No
expect to
one
win?
did. No one did.
Did we expect to lose? Probably a good chance we would lose.
But
do we expect that ass whumping? No, absolutely not.
I sent you a text just briefly. Maybe you'll get it while we're talking here. But let me also say hi to TMOS Nation, Mike, where they know you so well.
They do.
That
They
in the
do.
course of the game, there are people starting their own threads about where you are in your.
They think so many horrible
are you
things that
full
aren't
tilt?
true.
Is
Yeah.
it mania? What's
Yeah.
happening?
Is he okay?
No, the mania was shut down early on because of my kid.
Yeah.
The mania was shut down with my wife saying, for him.
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
please for him. And I chill. But he got enough of it
Yeah.
and he quoted
He
every
just did
single
his
one.
shtick.
Not
Yeah.
that it made an impression on him. But it was, look, it is what it is. Hey, these are the things these are the diversions that make life interesting.
It was
That's
fun.
the way I
Look,
look at
it was fun to
Mm-hmm.
be around people again and watch a game, regardless of what it was. Even
Yeah.
I remember I was sitting. So the entire ESPN crew was in one of our big conference rooms. We were just setting up the set for the show, and then I was in Charlie Burney's office, and we were watching the game at that point.
Right.
And at one point, I was like, "Oh no!" And then Shannon walked in. She goes, "What's wrong?" I'm like, it's just everything was going sideways, and I felt for you.
Right.
And Charlie looks at me. He's like, "Are you rooting for the Giants?" I said, "I'm rooting for whatever makes Mike happy."
Yeah. Now you see, for me,
and
it's
I
a
bet
different.
you two showed your teeth laughing after that. I bet big laugh. Rob, where were you watching the game?
Mike, it's funny. I did not watch that game, but when I got up this morning,
What were you watching instead?
Yeah,
I always like
watched
to
a
know the
Hitchcock
alternative.
movie called The Wrong Man with Henry
There you
Fonda
go.
and Vera
Okay.
Miles.
All right.
It was
Thank you.
great.
It's on brand.
But
Yeah, it is.
the first thing I checked when I got up this morning was the score.
Yeah.
And I saw it and I went,
Oh boy. Bill, you probably saw Facebook comments too.
well, no, I
before you
checked the score first thing on my phone when I woke up.
Yeah.
So, and then the Facebook comments were there.
Right.
But yeah, so in a similar way to
Well,
Oscar,
you had to relax because you had a busy weekend changing your Facebook picture.
Oh my God! Thank you for saying that. That Facebook picture
Yeah.
of you looking, and now I can say this to you now that you're sober.
Let me see if
and
I
in
can do.
recovery.
Hold on. I want to see if I can. Hold on. I got to get my.
Okay, I'll let
Okay.
Mike do it first.
Yeah, here you go.
All right. Hold on. Let me see if
It's
I get it right.
at first I thought it was like it's sinister, but it made me feel different than sinister. And this is your Facebook profile picture for those of you in
Yes.
America. I'll go ahead and pull it up, Mac. That might be something you could do instead of just staring at yourself.
Yeah.
So
If your shoulder doesn't hurt.
what are you doing?
Oh.
You can't go ahead and connect to him. You don't have a Facebook account for God's sakes.
It's ROBB.
I'm getting it.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Yes! This is what it is. Yes. You don't have to do anything. Mike just recreated it.
Yeah, back
it
to
was
sleep.
so perfect.
Yeah.
What's the story with that picture?
It was a selfie I took. I liked it.
You look like a child predator.
Give us more than that. Put it out. Get it out there. Give us more than that.
No, it's an
It was a
older
selfie
picture.
I liked it. There's got to be something
Are you
in your
are
mind.
you mimiking another picture
What are
you
you
saw?
trying to do? Are
No.
you doing that thing where you take the album cover and you put happy?
No,
Birthday?
that's
Are you trying
different.
To,
That's different.
No, it's not all that different though, is
No,
it?
because there's no albums at all in this one. It's one of my favorite microphones.
I know they're not albums
I'll send it to you,
at all.
Mac. I don't know if you know how to get on Facebook. All I see is a bunch of error messages on your screen.
Error
This
messages.
is so sad.
I
I don't
not
have my
signed into
phone, so
Facebook
I
for a
can't get
while.
anything today. So,
Okay.
So
you were
that's it.
saying about your picture.
Yeah. I was doing something at the computer. I would think I was using the mic.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm going to stop you.
But
because
this
there's
is years
absolutely-
ago,
listen,
so I don't know.
I am dealing with the clue fallout, my friend, to this day. I am dealing with the clue fallout. So
All
I'm
right.
going to ask you, with all the love in the world, to please, no need to take on a defensive tone here. There is no
You're
need.
not
We
a
are
victim.
simply,
No.
we are not. You are not a victim.
We're having
Never
a
have
conversation.
been. Please, we're just asking about the genesis of the new photo, which I was making a joke about.
Yeah, it's not a
There
new
it is.
photo. It's
Okay,
older.
so it's an old
Yes,
photo.
thank you.
It's older, and oh yeah, there it is, and it's taken in my basement, and I'd say it's probably 4 years ago, and but because I have none hair, I know.
What? No.
Do you think it makes you look cool?
I think it's a nice picture.
Do you think it makes you look cool? That was my question.
No, I don't. I've
do you
given
think
up on
it's-
looking
Do you
cool.
think if it's off-putting?
I don't think it's off-putting. It might be, you know what, a little out of character, because there's no trace of a smile.
Mac, you look at
Now there you go. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah,
There,
there you
see,
go.
he's saying, the jovial, happy jester, and this is
This is different.
This is more the serious guy.
But to me,
what do you think? If I'm looking at that,
Yes.
I'm gonna make myself laugh. If I'm looking at that and I'm
Mhm.
seeing that picture, what do you want me to feel?
My
Like
balls.
as a regular.
Would you?
That might be the social. No, it won't.
No.
If it is,
No.
everyone's fired.
Mac,
Yes,
your thoughts on this picture?
it's off-putting. The higher vantage point looking down,
Yes.
the very small, like you could not get your mouth any smaller. Like it's just
Wow.
That's a point.
and it's just you're just staring up at the camera. It's just off-putting.
Are you ready for a surprise here?
Yeah.
I love it.
You
Why?
love it?
I
don't. First of all, I
Love
don't
it.
believe you.
Well, of course you don't, because that doesn't play.
He looks
into
like
your-
he's from Sons
your,
of
your life
Anarchy.
of victimhood. But I love that picture.
Well, thank
I
you. That's
love,
very nice
love,
of you.
love that picture.
I think it's
and the picture
scary.
I think Rob will know this. You know the kind of pictures I hate. Do you know what they are? What are the ones I hate?
When I'm
I've said it to
mugging,
you.
open my mouth, smiling. Like,
There it is.
Yeah.
Not smiling. No, just the open mouth.
Yeah. But
It's
that
because
usually
it's not
involves
a smile.
an open.
It's usually this.
Yeah, but it usually it has a smile to it.
Okay.
Yeah. But this I also
It's exhausting sometimes, really, trying to weave my way through these conversations and not as a guy that's trying so hard in his own passive-aggressive way to make me somehow a monster.
You're
I can't
not.
even just say,
No,
I can't even just say I love the picture. I do. It doesn't play to type. That's absolutely true.
There's
But
the
other
two things
picture-
I like
there's
about
a different
it.
one you're going,
Yeah, well, there's
or like that, but you're going,
the ones.
there's no smile in those.
I showed the
open
picture
mouth.
to Shannon, and Shannon said, "Is he off his antidepressants?"
Absolutely not. But the things I like about
I
this
don't
picture
know.
is that I like that it's black and white, and it's a great picture of one of my favorite microphones as well.
It's well lit.
Yeah, it's nice.
And I agree on that. There it is. And it's a great picture of one of the microphones.
What mic is that?
That's a Neumann.
And it's, would you not say
Neumann.
that it's kind of an homage to the obscured face with the albums too?
Maybe
a little bit?
that didn't enter into it though.
Okay,
At all.
all right. I
What
believe
is
that.
What sweatshirt you wearing?
It's a Marx Brothers pullover, a hoodie. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think this
Why-
would be
why is
better
that?
if it didn't have the writing on it. If we were just talking about the composition of the
I
picture.
think maybe something in mesh
Yeah, and no sleeves.
would
You
be
look
fun.
skinnier now than you do there.
Well, I am skinnier now than I am there.
Well, I think it's a good.
See,
picture.
here's what Oscar doesn't know is I am still 45 to 50 pounds less than at my heaviest.
I'm not. You're taking this. You're so defensive.
Yeah, but I get that
I-
defensiveness
I-
because I have to do it with my wife.
I'm
too.
saying you could take a similar picture and look skinnier.
I don't know. I think I look okay there. As far as face. I mean, you're not seeing my body, not seeing my gut,
Yeah, but your face looks skinnier now.
I suppose.
You don't seem like you've been gaining weight though. You seem like you're back on track with that. Are you?
I'm not. I'm steady at a certain weight right now. I'm not
Okay.
really pleased with
All
it. I need to get back to the gym because I really do think, and I have a doctor's appointment coming up in the next week and a half about the the Lexapro. I think they've upped my dose so much that that suspicious doctor that upped it.
How many milligrams? Yeah,
20.
Which is fine.
But I mean, I feel at the end of the day, like trying to get out to do anything besides drive home is like
really?
Zero. Yeah.
Okay.
Just
and it's too early in the morning to do it.
Just toward the gym downstairs right before the show.
I can't wait for it because I can.
Yeah, but you know what?
When
when Rob says that,
yeah,
you know, I've been taking that dosage for a long time.
Yeah,
I just thought I was lazy.
you think really?
God. Yeah, like I get done with the show, you know, and I'm like,
yeah.
Well, I mean, it's 79 minutes of just, you know, like
total effort.
You're focused. You're completely committed.
It is. What he's doing, he's doing
Yeah.
twice the workout in half the time.
Better effort than the Giants' offensive line. That's for goddamn sure. Thank you very much. Thank you for that comment. I appreciate that. We'll have the round table. And later on, I would like to talk about weight loss medication since we sort of touched on it there.
Please.
But we'll do the round table, and then I have some interesting information for Oscar Santana.
I can't wait.
Oh, this
before he
is gonna
goes
be
to South America. We'll be right back, everybody. Hey, everybody, let's talk about Chime. Credit scores might not seem like a big deal, but low or no credit can jam up your financial dreams. That's where Chime sweeps in with its secured Credit Builder Visa credit card. Millions trust it to power up their credit scores, safely boost your score with everyday buys and prompt payments. No annual fees and no credit check to begin. It's your passport to Visa-accepted spots, all while bolstering your credit with your own funds. Level up your credit game with Chime. Seize your financial future. Your credit's a big... Why are you playing the bell during Seize?
No, it's a chime.
Oh,
Yeah,
when you
it's
say
chime time.
Yeah, it's chime time.
Oh, level up your credit game with Chime. Maybe if it was tighter, I'd do it better. All right?
Maybe.
Level up your credit game with Chime. There we are. Seize your financial future. Your credit's a big deal, Wade. So build yours up with Chime.
I don't have the copy in front of me. Just trying to have a little fun, folks.
Just open a Chime checking account with a $200 qualified direct deposit to get started. Get started at chime.com/TMOS. That's chime.com/TMOS. The Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card is issued by Stride Bank N.A., member FDIC. Chime checking account and $200 qualifying direct deposit required to apply. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply. On-time payment history may have a positive impact on your credit score. Late payment may negatively impact your credit score. Results may vary. That's the one I have trouble. Late payment may negatively impact. Negatively impact, negatively impact, negatively impact. That's the tongue twister.
Yes.
Yeah, your credit score. Results may vary. Now we're ready for, release the cracker!
Release the stories.
Release the picture, the black and white picture. Release it. A writer for Slate, here's Rob, this is going to make you mad because it made me mad too. A writer for Slate magazine wrote an op-ed saying that Martin Short sucks at comedy and is desperately unfunny. He said, quote, I find his whole shtick exhausting, sweaty, and desperately unfunny. Every time he dresses up in a silly outfit or says something outrageous or mugs for the audience, I want to shout at the screen, why are you being like this? Well, Hollywood was quick to come to Martin's defense. Here are some highlights. Ben Stiller said, quote, Martin Short is a comedic genius. End o' story. To which Adam Devine commented, quote, was this ever a question? Mark Hamill posted photos of Martin's different roles and said, quote, hard to believe people are actually debating whether or not Martin Short is funny. Newsflash, he's hilarious. Hashtag comic genius. And John Cusack said, quote, I don't know what people are on about regarding Martin Short, but his Mr. makes me laugh even talking about it. His Mr. Rogers boxing match.
That was a battle of the PBS stars.
That's
on,
the PBS
SCTV.
stars. That's way
so
back.
Great.
Look, there are vignettes on YouTube about why Martin Short is the greatest talk show guest in the history of talk shows. It has nothing to do with him wearing silly outfits.
There's a line that I will use later on, and everybody would have forgotten I mentioned this, but it was a line out of Only Murders in the Building. And he is, like, they're in the theater. This is just one of the latest episodes.
Yeah.
And the theater hand says, I need someone with small hands to go tie the lines. And then he looks over at one of the characters. He goes, Justin's got hands like an American doll. Take him.
And he delivers it as only Martin Short can.
Perfect.
Effortless.
He's like, take your American doll hands and go help him.
Yeah, he's just effortless, and he always has been.
If you want to see something funny, see Martin Short on Conan O'Brien, where he will start the riff with, Conan, you look amazing. And then he just goes. Yeah. And he's just... As really a talk funny. Show, look what he guests on Saturday Night Live.
It's the best. It's
he
almost like the old
everything
school.
He does. I don't know what.
And he was great in Inner Space.
One of his greatest lines on Letterman was, "Dave, I don't know what you're doing, but it's fantastic. I'd say 10% more than stop." And also, I mean, the fact that way into his career, he comes up with the notion of Jiminy Glick.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah, and that's a career in itself, right there.
Absolutely.
I mean, you don't say it about many people.
No, there's two people that have done it. That have done it well: Zach Galifianakis and Martin Short.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the two people that have done it successfully. I still will watch. I will watch Charlize Theron on Between Two Ferns over and over and over again. And I will also watch Jennifer Aniston, and he's with Tila Tequila. Yes. It is absolutely fracturingly funny.
Have you seen the movie Between Two Ferns?
I don't think I have.
It's worth it for certain hunks of it. My favorite line, there's no spoiler, is he has Letterman on.
Right.
And he says, I'm here with Meth Head Santa.
I love it. Hey, no matter how lazy you are, you're sure to look extremely productive compared to these competitors.
Yes.
7 competitors are hoping to get the coveted title of laziest citizen in a bizarre annual contest in the resort village of Bresna in northern Montenegro.
Figured
I bring out old JKC with the with the football season upon us. The remaining contestants who are vying for a grand prize of $1,000 to $70 have been lying down on mats for 20 straight days and counting. And they're determined to keep going despite already smashing last year's record of 117 hours. One contestant said, we have everything we need here. Company is fantastic. Time goes by quickly. Simply sitting up is a violation of the rules, as is standing, and will immediately eliminate a contestant, though they do get 10-minute potty breaks every 8 hours. The contest celebrates the Montenegro lifestyle of leisure and relaxation.
Is Montenegro in Spain?
It's in Canada.
Canada. Oh, boo.
No, it's not.
No, I don't think I could do with 8 hours and 10 minutes. 10 minutes every 8 hours is not enough.
Now, I mentioned before that we were going to talk about airlines again because Oscar's flying this week. A New Zealand couple is demanding a full refund after they spent a 13-hour flight stuck next to a slobbering, farting, and whining dog. Gil and Warren Press said their Singapore Airlines flight from Paris, which they forked out extra for premium economy seats on, was ruined by the noisy and gassy emotional service pooch. Mr. Press said it all started when they heard snorting and labored breathing.
Well, who hasn't?
And labored breathing.
Who hasn't had that?
He said to the flight attendant, I'm not having this sitting next to us the whole trip. The couple said they overheard the owner telling another passenger that the stocky pup eased her anxiety. However, they insisted that the dog appeared to be distressed himself and struggling with an affliction of his own. There you go. They complained and were told that they could go back to the last 2 seats in economy from the premium seats they had, but they paid a lot for them, and they didn't want to do that. By this time, the dog had begun farting as it inched closer to their personal space, and Mrs. Press said, my husband was in shorts, and he was getting the dog's saliva on his leg.
Don't fly in shorts.
They eventually moved to the very back of the plane. You know how wonderful it is back there.
I love it.
The presses were eventually offered. This is what they were offered: a $125 gift voucher for the airline's Chris Shop website, which was later up to $200. They don't want that. Now they're demanding that Singapore Airlines.
Is that like Sky Mall?
It's like probably Sky Mall.
Yeah, you buy a marshmallow
$200
gun.
in Sky Mall. Anyway, they are also disgruntled the airline failed to notify them in advance that the animal would be on board and be chronically farting. Are you going to bring Santos to Medellin with you?
No, he'll be staying here with his mama.
That's good. And
he prefers rail travel.
Yeah. Winslow was farting last night, right about the time the Giants' offensive line was caving in. I'll do callbacks to that for the rest of the show. That's what I do. Can't help myself. I just can't help myself. Speaking of Oscar's trip, he's leaving in a couple of days. I've got some info.
Some
you want the
info.
info? I've got some intel.
I love some intel.
Medellin. We will begin the Inquisition.
Medellin.
When I return, ladies and gentlemen. What memories do you wish you could relive? Not last night, that's for sure. What memories do you wish you could pass down to your kids? Are they trapped on VHS tapes, film reels? Aren't you're not sure where to start? We have the perfect solution. We've had it for a long time, and you should pay attention to it. It's called Legacy Box. Legacy Box is the simple and safe solution for digitizing all your family's precious memories. And by going to legacybox.com/TMOS, you can enjoy 40% off when you get started with Legacy Box today. They digitize over 15 different types of analog media, so whether it's VHS tapes, Super 8mm film reels, photo negatives, they've got you covered. After 10 years in business, Legacy Box is the world's largest digitizer. They've helped over 1 million families relive their wedding days, chaotic childhood Christmases, and even road trips to Yellowstone. Go to legacybox.com/TMOS to save 40%. Buy today, send it in when you're ready. Go to legacybox.com/TMOS. That's legacybox.com/TMOS. Later on this week, Oscar Santana will be leaving us for a few days as he wings it down to South America.
South America.
Specifically, Colombia and the former, hopefully, drug haven of Medellin.
Yeah, I think those are just rumors.
That's it.
He's going down there with his bro, his real bro. And are you looking forward to it? You excited?
Yes, I found out today that my real bro, my blood brother, booked first-class tickets for me.
Look at that.
Look
at that.
Which I really appreciate.
Right.
I wasn't expecting that.
Really?
And then he said, "Have you looked at your tickets?" And I said, "No." He sent them a while ago.
Yeah.
But there's something happens when I'm traveling with my family. I turn into a child.
Like you
you're
become
the youngest,
dependent.
Yeah, I'm like, you revert back to what used to happen.
What airport do I go to?
No, not that. You just know they'll take care of it.
It's great, isn't it?
Like you just don't think about it. You don't have to worry about anything. You're like, I was ready to. I'll go in cargo. The fact that you got my ticket is fine.
You have stepped up and probably done more for your family stateside, as far as your mom and dad,
yes,
who
I do
are very
take care
valuable
of,
to your sister and to your brother. And you take care of them, and I think they reward you, and I think that's a good thing that they do that. But what I have discovered, Rob, you would agree that he's been just a tad, I don't want to say evasive, but a little incapable of giving us real reasons for his trip. Would that be accurate?
Yeah, he's been, I'd say, mysteriously vague. Almost.
Well, can I give you context because of that? Because I don't.
Not yet.
No.
Okay. I am talking.
Yes.
To a buddy of mine, Hector, and Hector is from South America. And I said, I thought he was from Colombia, but I don't believe so.
Because we're all from somewhere there.
No, that's not true. I thought he might be
Hector,
from
you're
Colombia.
From Colombia, right?
But no, he said,
no, I'm from Florida.
So this is what he says. This is in passing. Yeah. In passing, he says to me. I said, yeah, a buddy of mine's going down to Medellin. I have no idea why he's going, but he's going down to Medellin. Hector says, well, certain parts of Medellin, it's just like, ready for this?
Yes.
Las Vegas.
Really?
Oh,
I don't know any of that. I don't know anything about that. I really don't.
A vibrant nightlife.
Oh.
Amazing going out scene. As a matter of fact, I discovered a website
Let me look.
called MedellinVIP.net. And on MedellinVIP.net,
is it safe
they
for
have
work?
a list. Yes, it is.
Okay.
10 things you must know about Medellin nightlife.
Oh.
Medellin has been do you have any music for this?
Yes,
Rob?
I do, as a matter of fact.
Medellin has been my home for the last 7 years. And anyone that comes here will find out it's a spectacular place. The people are friendly. The weather is perfect, and the women are surreal.
Do you know who I found out was from Medellin, or who's from Colombia? Sofia Vergara. Yeah.
I care about you, little brother. I check things out.
I told Shannon, you better be careful.
Oscar, here are things you need to learn about Medellin nightlife if you happen to go out.
Please.
How does our nightlife... Move it on. Move on to another one, please. Thank you.
This isn't Scream Medellin.
Horrible.
Do you have anything from like Narcos or anything?
Okay.
This is terrible. You ruined the vibe.
Let me find another selection, Rob, please.
If I must.
How does our nightlife rank when juxtaposed to Cancun, Vegas,
Oh, I didn't know
Santo
this.
Domingo? Let's find out, all right? And the first headline is, Beautiful Women Everywhere You Go.
That was a given.
Okay.
My father used to come back from Colombia.
I didn't know it was a given. I had no idea it was a given.
You haven't been exposed to a multicultural
No, I have not.
family. My father used to come back from This is what's
Nor
great.
will I. Count on it.
My parents used to watch the Miss Universe pageant when it was, I guess important to everybody.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And the things my dad would say in front of my mom, no modern man could ever do in front of their wives these days.
Really?
Wow.
He would say, look at Miss Colombia. When I was in Colombia, the women all looked like that. You can totally tell she's from there because of her facial bone structure.
Wow. That's getting a little deep.
And then he'd go to Venezuela and he'd say,
I'll be gone for 6 months.
Then
look at the bone structure.
Then Mrs. Venezuela would pop up and be like, yes, those are definitely Venezuelan legs on that Miss Venezuela. And when you're
Hysterical.
a kid, you don't
track with it.
You don't even track with it.
Right.
But I could just see my mom stewing and like stomping out of the room, coming back, and then he'd laugh, and then she'd come back and then sit down again and watch it with him, and then he'd say something that was pig-headed again, I'm sure, and then she'd stomp out, and I'm sitting there playing with my Legos, watching them watch this. Like, who knows?
She was upset.
So I knew from day one,
right,
even prior to this trip, that Colombia was what it was.
Well, people go out in cliques, it says here, for Medellin.
That's what they call miles in the military.
Picking up girls at clubs in the U.S. might be easier because, let's face it, young girls... No.
This is more carnival.
Picking up girls at clubs...
No, I want more mysterious trip abroad.
Oh, okay.
Picking up girls at clubs in the U.S. might be easier because, let's face it, young girls in the States are crazier and enjoy watching young men on the prowl. Girls in Medellin, though, seldom go out with girlfriends expecting to get picked up and ready to go home. Instead, they tend to go out in bigger groups with a few guys within the group. So be aware of that. They go out in cliques.
Yeah.
Bigger groups affect the individual pickup game. If girls tend to go out in cliques, your best shot would be to do what the guy Hitch does and remove them from the herd.
Oh, okay.
Spanish, this number 3. Spanish is a must.
Nice.
This is pretty self-explanatory.
You realize I'm a married man.
This does not apply to you. I'm just talking about any of the single men on this trip.
Yeah.
Any single ladies.
All the single ladies. All the single ladies.
If you go out, it says bring a date or invite party girls. Another reason, Medellin has hundreds of foreigners visiting clubs every night looking to score. The city has caught on to this. This means normal girls are worried about what their peers would say if they're seen partying with foreigners. People might get the wrong impression.
Sure.
So there's a great deal of proprietary behavior in Medellin. Let me see. Medellin nightlife tables and bottle service. Bottle service and tables aren't what they are in Vegas, but they have them. Latin America, they listen to an eclectic mix of, is it bachata?
Yes.
Salsa, merengue, cumbia, and of course, reggaeton. Though there are a few hip-hop clubs in Medellin. Don't expect top 40 hits or modern tracks. If you buy bottles and have a big group of people, you might be able to convince the DJ to play the occasional Drake track, but don't expect this to happen too often.
Yes.
And here's it says, visit Parque Lleras at least once. I don't know what this is. Medellin's nightlife hotspot, Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
The women are spectacular. The weather is almost always perfect. The sound of different music from the barrage of nightclubs. Anywhere you look, makes you come to realize this is where you want to be. So remember that. Write it down. Parque Lleras. Lleras.
Okay, now let me tell you what I know about this trip, right?
Okay.
Safety was paramount for me. So I said, what is the travel situation, safety situation?
Hector had mentioned that as well.
Yes. And
as an American,
my brother said that he has 3 armored vehicles in his fleet, his friend, and they will drive us around and they have bodyguards, so there's no issues.
Okay.
And that he actually took his wife and kid, who's 6 years old, to Medellin not 6 months ago, and they had a wonderful, safe time.
And did they go because it's just a fun city? Is that the main reason?
No, they went because their friend moves there.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, I have friends all over the place. I don't necessarily like to
visit.
To
be a friend, you have to be a friend.
To have a friend, you have to be a friend.
That's precisely
Carla, you gotta write him a personal thank you note for that. Is that it? Is that the Parque Lleras?
Yes.
But that's
so I said, where are we going to go? And I said, I actually wrote my brother this, and back to the original plan. I said, thank you for the wonderful upgrade on the flight. He goes, yeah, I wanted you to sit next to me, so I took care of it, blah, blah, blah.
That's exciting.
I said, it's really sweet of you. I said, I feel like I'm not prepared for this trip because I usually make all the plans in our household.
Sure.
And he goes, no, we got you. And I said, yeah, but I need to know a little bit more than that because I have to be able to convey this to Shannon of what we'll be doing because, she cares. And he's like, oh, yeah, look, I don't know either. Then I get put on the thread, as I mentioned last time, of everybody of what was happening, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is everybody getting excited?
The guys are pumped, right?
Okay.
But they also have solid questions like, where are we staying? What's going on? And the main guy said, I have it all taken care of. I've set you up in suites at one of my hotels. So
one of his hotels.
See that rich?
I mean, we're talking, I'll tell you off air. Okay. So, yes.
That's super rich.
So,
especially if it's on Boardwalk.
No, that's good. He'd go out with a Dallas Cowboys jersey on now. Yeah. Now I know what we're dealing with. He's not gonna.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be going to any of these.
He's gonna be hanging out with the guy that threw F. Murray Abraham out of the helicopter.
Yeah, precisely.
He's fine.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not worried about. I'm not even. The
people of Medellin should be scared of him.
I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah.
Who are you visiting? I am visiting Don Thing that happened again.
Don Hilton.
Don Hilton. Don Days in.
Senor Conrad. Apellido Hilton.
Conrad Hilton. There you go. Well, I want a full report, obviously, when you get back, but it's very exciting. You're with us for a couple more days. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
We have to take a break. We will come back with the 12 overrated movies that people pretend to like.
Yes.
I hope and pray this list has potential because I think it might, because I think everybody is a follower. And we need more leaders, especially on the Giants' offensive line.
Call back.
Thank you. Might be setting a record today for that. This portion of the Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by Dadgrass. Hey, hot stuff. Ready to stay cool? Grab some Dadgrass and let's dive in. It's legal, it's organic, and that smokable hemp action will help you keep your cool. Spark up those pre-rolled joints. They're all about the low THC, high CBD vibes. And for you non-smokers, no worries. Dadgrass has tinctures and gummies that will have you riding the mellow wave, no smoke required. Oh, and jet setters, listen up to this. How about this? Dadgrass is your travel buddy. TSA is on board, so you can take your chill on the go. Fly high, stay mellow. It's the utmost experience, my friend, or utmost. I almost said utmost.
Maximum utmost.
If I'm I'm on it right now. All Dadgrass products are federally legal right now. All Dadgrass products are federally legal for ages 18 and over, and it ships right to your door anywhere in the U.S. Plus, it's TSA approved. Right now, Dadgrass offering our listeners 20% off their first order when you go to dadgrass.com/TMOS. Go to dadgrass.com/TMOS for 20% off your first order. That's dadgrass.com/TMOS. Rob brought this list to me today, and I have always wondered whether people like things, especially in the good old US of A, they like things or say they like things because they feel like they should say it to make people think they're smarter or hipper or whatever, or just joining the crowd.
Mike,
So
this
is an
comes from
interesting
screenrant.com. And
All
I
right.
think I buy into this list quite a bit. These are the, as you said, 12 most overrated movies that people pretend to love.
Great.
And there's no particular order, so I'm
Okay.
just going to start at the top. Oscar, this one applies to you, I believe. Avengers: Infinity War from 2018.
Great movie.
Why is it great?
Well, because it's a culmination of all of your Marvel superheroes coming together and fighting, what is it, Thanos, for the future of the free world.
And
I think it's cool. It's
Now, why would this be on the list, Rob? Does the guy rail against it a little bit, or
no,
what?
he just thinks that it is so overly popular and so generally embraced that he doesn't think that many people really like it. And he also
I thought I
thinks
gave
the movie,
a solid reason.
and the movie he also calls all these movies overrated.
This
Okay.
guy seems like a curmudgeon.
Okay, Mike, have you ever seen the movie?
Haven't had the pleasure.
Me neither. And you know what? I don't miss having
Mac
seen it.
Attack.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that as a if you only watch this movie, sure, it might not be the best movie, but if you've watched multiple of the previous
It's a
movies,
culmination.
That's
it's
what they
a
want you to
very
do.
good finale to this entire saga that you've been living up.
Got to get in the pipeline. Got to get
Very
into that
good, he said.
Marvel pipeline.
I
or
never
whatever
wanted
it
an
is.
Infinity Stone more.
All right.
Is it a Marvel franchise? Is that what
It
it
is.
is?
Sure, yes.
Yeah, of course it is.
This
No,
is
no,
not the next one's not a Marvel movie. It's from
Okay.
1983.
Is it?
Star Wars Episode 6: Return of the Jedi.
Thank you.
I don't know enough about it.
Really?
No.
I always thought it was the weakest of the first three.
Is that where
That's
Anakin?
the Ewoks.
Oh, I like the Ewoks, but I don't. I'm in.
But the whole Star Wars
back
thing
in.
is a hype machine. I'm totally on board with it.
My
Well, the
parents
origi-
wouldn't buy the toys, so I never got into it.
The original trilogy, though, was not as much as the hype machine really began to happen when they did the second and third trilogies.
So is the one you just mentioned episode what?
This is Episode 6.
That's the Ewoks.
Yeah, 4, 5, and 6.
Okay.
I don't know what I like least. The Star Wars trilogy or the New York Giants offensive line?
What if they were battling the Ewoks? Who would win?
Oh, the Ewoks.
People do hate
Kick their
Ewoks. And I
ass.
don't know why you would hate them.
You got cutesy. It was very cutesy because Empire Strikes Back was dark, and then it got pretty cutesy. All right.
Yoda doesn't like the Giants offensive line either, you know?
Really?
Weak and fat they are.
Can he snap the ball?
Slow and dumb they will be in the next game, too.
How are the snaps, Yoda?
Snaps, inaccurate they are. Overrated rookies they be.
At number 3 from 1991, I don't buy into this one myself. Silence of the Lambs.
Oh no, that's completely outrageous.
This is a troll
bitter
list. This is a
troll
troll
list.
list.
Could be a troll list. Could be.
So, Silence of the Lambs, one of the best horror movies in the history of horror movies.
So elegantly made. It's perfect
yes,
film.
But
It's a
you
perfect
said,
film.
did you say you don't buy into that?
No, I say I don't buy into the fact that it's overrated and people pretend
No,
to
I
like
don't
it.
either.
Okay.
No, I think it's one
However,
of the best.
Number 4, Frozen from 2013.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah, if you had a kid, Mike, you had a kid. They probably watched it.
Yeah, probably, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was there. I am so glad we're past the era of animated features. I cannot abide them. I hate them with every inch of my body. Animated features, to me, I literally would fall asleep in the theater when I would take him. I always would. They all have the same pattern. They all have the same cutesy-wootsy characters. They all have the same CGI, computer-generated. Not a fan. Now, at the same time, I could sit with him and watch Looney Tunes
all day
and knock off a half hour of Looney Tunes and laugh my ass off. But this, they're formulaic.
Mike, I found on MeTV, they're running Bugs Bunny cartoons on Saturday morning like when we were little kids.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It was so good. They had the big monster, the red monster with the
that's
tennis shoes.
sweet.
So good. All right.
Right.
Number 5 from 2017, The Greatest Showman.
Oh, I don't
Is
know.
that
Hugh Jackman?
Yes.
Hugh Jackman?
That's garbage.
I've never
Did
seen
anybody
it.
like that?
I
don't
remember
think
watching
so.
it on cable. It was terrible.
What was it? What was it like? I mean, was it
It
musically
was
oriented?
overrated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm
Isn't
with
it
him.
Harry Houdini? I thought it was a
I think it
Houdini
is.
film.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure this list is holding up because I'm not quite sure that movie got the buzz that this guy seems to think
I think
it got.
a lot of people, I think if you went up to someone and you said, "What did you think of The Greatest Showman?" They would go, "I liked it."
Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
It's big with
Maybe in
musical
that
fans.
It is?
Yeah.
I
very
like
big.
musicals.
Why?
I'm not
I
big
thought it was a Houdini movie.
No, it's a
No?
circus movie.
Oh,
I love
Okay.
a circus picture.
Mhm.
Love a circus picture.
Welcome to the House of Wax.
Mike at number 6 from 2009, Avatar.
The first one
yeah.
was great.
First one was okay.
Second one, no thank you.
I've not seen either, and I don't feel I'm missing anything.
The one,
The
the
Blue
second
Cats.
one, Avatar, Hold Your Water, or whatever. The
Hold
Way
My
of
Beer.
Water. Hold My
The
Beer.
Way of Water.
The Way of Water, yes. Yeah, Hold My Water.
No, it's Hold My Balls.
Avatar, The Golden Shell.
Hold my liquid ivy.
Number
good.
7, The Shining from 1980.
Overrated?
That's a cult classic.
It's
Yeah,
absolutely one of the most terrifying movies ever made.
It
This
is.
person has no idea
But then
what
they're going to
talking about.
get you right back, Mike. They're going to get you right back with number 8 from 1994, Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
I love Forrest Gump.
We were so on an island with that.
Yeah.
When the world was talking about how wonderful it was and how
Lieutenant
incredible.
Dan got
Oh,
astronaut
I ran through a
legs.
puddle and then I had the S Happens t-shirt happen. Yeah. I just ran. I just kept running.
Jenny.
Jesus. Stupid.
But don't you think a lot of people, if you said to
Stupid
them,
is as
Yeah,
stupid does, sir.
It's wonderful.
if you say Forrest Gump, they say, oh, I love that.
Oh, what a
Bubble
tour
gum
de-
shrimp.
Yeah.
Now, with that said,
Mhm.
when I made my mom, God rest her soul, her 80th video that I worked with John Brinkus on,
Yes.
his company out in Virginia, I used that soundtrack. I used
Yeah, you
the
did.
Forrest Gump theme
Isn't that
to
sweet?
play it. Not a dry eye in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Absolutely
do you know the
not.
composer who scored that? Was it Alan Silvestri? He's very good.
I am not sure. I'd have to look that up. I don't know who did that, whether it was John Williams or not.
Number 9, Pretty Woman.
Great film.
Is it, though?
Absolutely wonderful. When I saw it, it was
Really,
fantastic.
really
cute.
Really brought notched up sex workers for society.
And it also just had great looking
Thank you,
people.
Oscar.
It had great looking people in their prime
Mhm.
in a sexy, interesting romantic comedy. And it was fun and great little bit parts like Hector Elizondo. Really,
Oh,
I
and
loved
Jason
every minute.
Alexander, too.
Jason Alexander was great in it too.
and who hasn't gone shopping on Rodeo Drive?
It's,
And you know who made a lot of money from that?
who's that?
Gary Marshall.
Yeah, it was my creation. There we go. Play a hookup.
Number 10.
Is this the last one?
We can stop at number 10, absolutely.
Okay.
Fight Club.
Boy, that's interesting. You know, Fight Club is a movie that if you see it for the first time,
Very polarizing.
it's polarizing, and I think that
It is a cult
you have to go
classic.
back and watch it,
It is.
a couple of times.
Mac,
But yeah,
Mac has a great spin on Fight Club. He just saw a movie this weekend. Go ahead. Quick thumbnail.
Yeah,
Mac.
so movie I saw this weekend.
In the theaters.
Bottoms. It's about a pair of high school lesbians who start a women's fight club to get together with cheerleaders. And it is quite funny.
Hillary.
What's
Yeah.
it called?
Bottoms.
You
I
didn't
have
go
a
see
movie-
The Nun 2?
I did not.
Okay.
I found a movie on Pornhub called Bottoms that was, I don't
I thought it was called
normally-
Top and Bottom.
No, it's called
well,
Power
no.
Bottoms, I think.
Power Bottoms. I don't watch it often, but sometimes you're just interested.
Sure.
It's a natural curiosity.
And Mike,
That's
that
what it is.
movie, everyone says they like it, but do they really?
Exactly. That's it. So fantastic. Some good, some bad.
Yeah.
Everybody's got an opinion.
Fight Club was a mysterious movie. I think a lot of people didn't get it, but then
Yeah.
they didn't want to say, I don't get it.
I just wish there was more fighting.
Fight!
Anyway, I don't care. Anyway, we have to take a break. We will come back and
Flip it
where
up.
the hell are we? Oh, the flip?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that next. Hey, everybody, turn that down for a second because I have a special announcement I'm going to play from
Okay.
Mrs. O'Mara,
Go.
who is in place of the Derm Glow commercial. I want you to listen to my lovely wife here, okay? Here we
Go.
go. Go ahead.
Hi, it's Carla. I just wanted to give everybody a heads up that something special is in the works that I've been working on for a while now. And I think you all might be very excited. And I am pleased to announce that now I'm going to be a dealer. You say dealer? What kind of dealer, Carla? No, not drugs.
That's good.
Leggings, activewear.
Oh.
Yes, I'm finally taking that step, and I'll be selling activewear by Carla. So, stay tuned. I am doing my Facebook group right now, and I'll be inviting all of you. So, if you can please support me and my little side hustle, I would appreciate it. More to come. Please follow and comment below if you want me
Facebook
to add
post.
you to my group. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
Mike, would you just let her use your equipment for God's sakes?
Yes, that audio was done by NBC.
Congratulations, Carla.
That's very cool. You ready?
True story?
Yes.
Yeah.
At the football game a few weeks back, she bumps into this wonderful lady named Ashley. Ashley is involved in this line of activewear, was wearing these leggings that were really, really, really good looking, and they hooked up and started chatting about it. Carla got interested in it, and then Carla doesn't wait. If she's into something, she full speed ahead. And I'm very excited for her, and we'll see where it goes. But
love it.
Check out dermglowskin.com and Carla's Facebook page. You'll find out all about that. That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
Very good. Let's flip it up.
dermglowskin.com. Thank you very much.
The flip side.
Mike, did you know that teabagging is hot again?
Oh, Rob, we were just talking about power bottoms, and now we're talking about teabagging.
No, there's a trend where you are taking a lemon lime soda, say a Sprite, a 7-Up. What's the new one by the Pepsi company? Starry? Is it called Starry? Tastes just like Sprite. And you're supposed to put tea bags in it to make yourself a brand new beverage. This is a hot trend on the TikTok.
Kind of like that.
It's a good idea,
Can you do it with diet?
I'm sure you could.
Okay.
But let's see what this guy does.
Whatever lemon lime soda you want to use. I'm going to go 2 tea bags, open my Starry 0 sugar.
Using diet.
Okay, I'm going to put this in the fridge for a few hours and then we'll come back. All right, it's the next day. I fell asleep last night, so I didn't get a chance to try it, but let's try it now.
Thanks for the information.
It tastes just like Lipton iced tea that you would get in a can. I really thought this was going to be awesome. It's not, and I'm totally disappointed.
So don't do it.
So don't do it.
Don't do it.
He hates it.
He doesn't like it, but you know what?
He hates it.
I like the notion of it.
By the way, last night
what's great about it?
Got a little tightness in the hammy, and this is where I love and I hate YouTube. All right, I love that you can get something. Say, hey, I got a tight hamstring. What's an exercise I can do for that? You get a silent video that says you don't have to do any stretching because that's not going to change anything. Because I stretch my hammy all the time. Sit on a flat chair and put a tennis ball under the hamstring and then floss your hammy back and forth, back and forth. Pain will be relieved instantaneously. They were right. It was a 10-second clip, no dialogue at all.
Sweet.
And how many of those things do you work where,
I hate when people have preambles.
Right? Yeah.
That's why you got to go direct to the source, which is powerbottoms.net.
Would you try that soda trick, though?
Yeah, absolutely.
I might give it a try.
I mean, what it is, it's sort of like a next level Arnold Palmer.
It is. Absolutely.
I don't like,
I like
the
that
flavor of iced tea.
Why not?
It tastes like stale water.
No, it's good if you brew it right. I like a nice, like a Lipton black tea. Nice. So good.
I've already finished my liquid IV. Are we out of time?
No, we have one more short
Well, I
one.
gotta go. I got a call.
Okay,
right,
go. Have
more.
fun.
All right, go ahead.
Mike, you'll love
No,
this.
we got to do it tomorrow. We've got.
All right.
It's the end of the show.
All right.
It's the end of the show.
Then
Technically, we
that's
got to get
all I
out of here.
have.
He already left. That's it. We have to do that.
Mike,
have to.
be fair, he left 10 minutes ago.
He left 10 minutes. Yes, he did. That's it. We got to get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode. And thank you for all your support. For Robb Spiewak and Oscar Santana, this is Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Ciao, ciao. And, also, bye-bye.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Sabrina, don't just stare at it, eat it. See, when you come out of those up-tempo goddamn numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions, and then you got to go into somebody dying.
I want you to start absorbing what I'm saying to you. You just want to talk. I'm not your psychiatrist.
Goodbye.